Paul Pierce was the basketball truth and LeBron's greatest rival. Pierce may not know how to use Instagram Live, but he knows how to get buckets on anybody. Pierce is considered one of the most clutch players ever, but where does he rank among the greatest small forwards of all time? And how good was he actually? Paul Pierce grew up in Inglewood, California, 1 mile away from the LA Forum, the old Lakers arena. Young Paul adored Magic Johnson and hated the Celtics. And above all else, he wanted to play for the Lakers. So every morning, he'd go to school sweaty because he would wake up at 5 a.m. to work on his shooting and dribbling. But Pierce was always a chubby kid. And since he was only 5'8", he was cut from the varsity team during his first 2 years of high school.
Paul was about 5'9", real chunky kid, never gave him a second thought, never paid too much attention to his basketball skills.
However, before his junior year, Paul hit a giant growth spurt, and he finally started going to the gym. In his junior year, Pierce led the Inglewood Sentinels to a 30-win season and a division title. As a senior, he reached 6'7" and became the #1 high school prospect in California. He earned a spot at the McDonald's All-American game alongside Kevin Garnett, Stephon Marbury, and Vince Carter. He even participated in the McDonald's slam dunk competition, eventually losing to the high-flying Carter. Almost all the big schools wanted Pierce, but Paul wanted to...
A dunk contest featuring Paul Pierce and Vince Carter sounds crazy. That's nuts. That's nuts right there.
To go to Kansas. Pierce wanted to play for the legendary Roy Williams, who was his most persistent recruiter, and believed Pierce would lead the Jayhawks to an NCAA championship. In Paul's 3 years at Kansas, the Jayhawks won 97 out of 108 games, but they'd always come up short during March Madness. After he averaged 20 points per game as a junior, won Big 12 MVP, and became a consensus first-team All-American, Pierce decided to put his name in the 1998 NBA draft. The Celtics had no plans to draft Pierce because they figured the talented small forward would be gone by the time they had their pick. And because he grew up despising the Celtics, Paul didn't want to go there either. He never even worked out for Boston. In the draft that also had Vince Carter, Rashad Lewis, Dirk Nowitzki, Mike Bibby, and Antoine Jameson, fate would have it that Pierce was still available with the 10th pick. So he ended up a Boston Celtic.
With the 10th pick in the 1998 NBA draft, the Boston Celtics select Paul Pierce.
The Celtics were...
You know, it's crazy because they never want to play for the Celtics because of, perception. The Lakers are more popular. But then once they come over here, they love it, Not every single one of them. But KG, Paul Pierce, Tatum, type shit, man. Marcus Smart. Come on, bro.
Going through a crisis. Their championship days were long in the rearview mirror, and they didn't have a winning season since 1993. Even though he came into training camp out of shape, Pierce quickly showed that he could be the guy to put the team on his back. After every practice, he stayed on and took extra shots. And with each shot, he would say Nowitzki, Olowokandi, Bibby, Carter, Jameson, naming all the guys drafted before him, showing his heart and motivation to prove that he was the best. The Celtics quickly discovered that Pierce wasn't afraid of anyone on the court, and that they had found themselves a gem. Pierce scored 19 or more points in 10 of his first 11 games, finishing his rookie year with 16.5 points, 6.5 rebounds, and over 40% from three. But his biggest problem was that the Celtics sucked. I lost 6 games in my final 2 years of college. In Boston, we had a 9-game losing streak in the first 2 weeks of the season. In his sophomore year, despite Pierce's 19.5 points per game, the team results didn't improve. When reporters asked Coach Rick Pitino how the Celtics could turn the 2000 season around,
Chat, do y'all consider Paul Pierce a flashy player? Y'all consider Paul Pierce a flashy player? Because low-key, I ain't gonna lie, Paul Pierce be having a bag of tricks. But I guess it's not, aesthetically pleasing, But, nah, Paul Pierce's footwork's crazy, though.
Pitino famously said,
Larry Bird now walking through that door, fans.
Pierce was really good, but he wasn't on Bird's level yet. However, just like Larry, Pierce loved to go out and empty a few bottles. His usual routine was getting drunk, partying all night, grabbing a bite to eat, and then running a series of sprints from 4 to 6 in the morning. We played basketball, chased girls, and went out clubbing. We did it all with the same intensity, said former teammate Jason Crow. But on September 25, 2000, when Paul Pierce went out with teammate Tony Batty and his brother, it nearly became his last ever party. They all went to the Buzz Club in Boston, and while the Batty brothers went to the bathroom, Pierce started a conversation with 2 girls. Paul was soon approached by a guy who told him to get away from his sister. Within half a minute, at least 3 people jumped on the Celtics small forward. Pierce was hit in the head with a bottle of champagne. One of the attackers pulled out a knife and stabbed Pierce 11 times in the back and neck, one of which stopped 3 millimeters from Paul's heart.
Holy, I know, Chad, I know about this story, but holy shit. What the fuck?
Strike right here. It pierced my diaphragm, pierced my lung, but just pinched into and stopped short in my
Trying to
heart.
get some
When
pussy.
Batty
that
came out of the
damn.
bathroom, his teammate was lying in a pool of blood.
Oh, yeah, Chad, that's what I'm saying, bro. You know, the truth can't get some pussy. This is crazy. This is crazy, man. God. And how do y'all feel about going to the club with your sibling? I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. That was kind of crazy. Charge, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, going to the club with your sibling sounds crazy to me. Now, maybe it's because my oldest sibling is like 9 years apart from me. But even if we were the same age, nah, that just sounds weird. That just sounds weird. Cause I know I'm about to roll up on you like grinding on some dude, you know? Like that's crazy. That's crazy, man.
Breathing and there's blood everywhere. I hope I don't lose too much blood to where, you know, I die.
After Len Bias died of an overdose and Reggie Lewis suffered a heart attack on the court, the Celtics had yet another superstar tragedy. Almost. Paul miraculously survived the incident. And even though the doctor said he shouldn't raise his arms above his head for a while, Pierce was immediately back in the gym shooting three.
Now that's a crazy request by the doctors when like his whole profession is about raising his arms above his head, bro. That's tough right there.
Pointers. 5 weeks after the stabbing incident, Pierce played in the season opener, and he was the only Celtic to play in every game that year. His toughness earned respect throughout the league, and his popularity further increased when the brilliant games began to follow. Pierce became super fun to watch, and for one simple reason. It seemed like you could do anything he could do. Pierce was not particularly fast. He was not superhumanly strong. His game was a game of skill and knowledge. Even when he was 22, he looked like one of those 40-year-olds who come to the park, stretch for half an hour, and then when the game starts, show that they are the MVP. Pierce had that special, easygoing aura around him, similar to Luka Doncic now. Just like Luka, Paul was playing basketball at his own pace, knowing for a fact that whatever a defender did to him, he'd still find a way to score. Other than Kobe Bryant, the Celtics' number 34 had the best footwork in the entire league. But what really set him apart from everyone else, and what enabled him to create separation against much faster and more explosive players, was his shoulder.
Man, I swear to God, if KD did that shit, y'all be gassing it up. Swear to God. Paul George did that shit.
Which were arguable.
Now this what is this? What is this? What is this, chat?
The strongest in the NBA. While defenders usually managed to stay close to him with their feet, Pierce would lower his shoulder and smash into them, and his opponents said it was like being hit by a truck. Even when Pierce got past his defenders and dunked over people,
I remember watching that shit live. That dunk got me. Hey, that dunk got me off my seat. Okay, old man. Okay, Paul. Yeah. Get hype.
he looked more like a huge Boeing 747 slowly bobbing on the runway rather than a billion-dollar fighter jet taking off in milliseconds. Pierce combined his old man game with the bravado of a cocky teenager, and his trash-talking made him one of the most interesting and most popular players in the NBA. On March 13, 2001, the Celtics visited the defending champs, the Lakers, and Pierce scored 42 points on 13-19 shooting. After the game, Shaq had the legendary interview where he nicknamed Paul for the rest of his life, The Truth.
Write this down. Paul Pierce is the mother truth.
But even though he averaged 25 points per game and his all-star teammate Antoine Walker averaged 23, no other Celtic averaged more than 9 points, and Boston missed the postseason again. When the 2002 season came, Pierce was determined to finally win. He was named Eastern Conference Player of the Month twice, averaging 26 points and 7 rebounds per game, with 40% shooting from deep. Paul made his first All-Star and All-NBA team, and he led the league in total points. Even his trash-talking chops got meaner. After hitting 2 3-pointers in Michael Jordan's face and then blocking his shot, Pierce said, "Oh man, retire. This is not your league anymore." But most importantly, Pierce finally led the Celtics to the playoffs, their first postseason berth in 7 years. Paul averaged 30 per game in the first-round victory against Iverson and the Sixers, and then dominated the Pistons en route to the Eastern Conference Finals versus the Nets. In Game 3 of the series, the Celtics pulled off one of the greatest fourth-quarter comebacks in NBA playoff history. Pierce proved his clutch gene by scoring 19 19 of his 28 points in the final 12 minutes, as Boston overcame a 21-point deficit to beat the Nets. The win gave the Celtics a 2-1 advantage in the series. However, the Nets would not lose again and proceed to the NBA Finals. And despite the loss, the Celtics had a lot of potential, playing exciting basketball with a lot of pressing and running. But in the following years, they failed to add the talent that would get them to the next level. Pierce was putting up big numbers and kept making all-star teams, but the team took a step backward. In 2003, they got swept by the Nets in the second round, and the year after, they got swept in the first round. In the 2005 playoffs against Indiana, the pissed-off Pierce earned an ejection for elbowing an opponent. As he walked off the court, Pierce took off his jersey and waved it above his head. Celtics legend Red Auerbach called his actions an embarrassment, and Boston got kicked out of the playoffs once again. In 2006, the Celtics traded Antoine Walker, surrounding Pierce with rookies. For the entire season, Paul played selfish 1-on-5 basketball. And of course, the Celtics didn't even make the playoffs. Pierce was fed up with losing. And even though the Celtics did try to trade him, it never happened. The 2007 season was the Celtics' worst year since Pierce got drafted, which further increased the perception of Pierce to be a loser. It seemed that
Hey, I'm telling y'all right now, if this was in 2023, hey, motherfucker would have boycotted. Nah, trade me. Dame. Right? Dame. You know? Joel Embiid. Ben Simmons. James Harden. 2 seasons like that. Trade me. Trade me. Ah! Nah, man. Not the truth, though. Not the truth.
brilliant career would be wasted. But then, Boston GM Danny Ainge made a series of trades and formed the first Big Three of the new millennium. Kevin Garnett and Ray Allen came to Boston to win a title, and Pierce finally had teammates who were on his level. Alongside the Big Three, the Celtics also had an excellent point guard in Rajon Rondo, a big bruiser in Kendrick Perkins, and other role players like Tony Allen, James Posey, and Sam Cassell. Everything finally clicked for Pierce and the Celtics, and they made the biggest turnaround in NBA history. From the second worst team in 2007 with 24 wins to the best record in the NBA in 2008 with 6.
Do y'all know how crazy that is? Just like in perspective, bro. Like, who imagine the Rockets right now, right? Just somehow pulled off an offseason where they get 2 All-NBA players and go from 16-66 to 66-16. That's crazy. That's nuts. That's nuts. Someone in chat said the Suns did it in 2020. Oh, shout out to Great Warrior. Great Warrior said the Suns did it in 2021. Like, that's crazy. It's crazy, yo. 2015 Cavs. That's crazy. But like to actually, and this the kicker, to actually win it though. You know, to actually win the whole thing. Now give me some more examples. Right? Now give me some more examples. Nah, Chad, I'm waiting. Like, give me some more examples. Who had that turnaround and won it all? Okay. 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 The Lakers win. The Lakers win. Yeah. 2020? Now, y'all know that turnaround season for them was 2019, okay? When they got LeBron in the offseason of the 2018. Stop it. Nah, that's a stretch. Chat, that's a stretch. That's a stretch. That's a stretch right there, buddy. Can't do it. Can't do it. Y'all can't even say the Phoenix Suns. You know, that's another great example right there. They didn't win it. Stop it. Stop it.
66 wins. However, despite dominating the regular season, the playoffs weren't a walk in the park. It took Boston 7 games to get past Atlanta in the first round, and then they had to face LeBron James and the Cavs, which was a showcase of the 2 best small forwards in the game. Pierce and LeBron traded clutch buckets throughout the series, and it came down to Game 7. With everything on the line, LeBron scored 45, but Pierce wasn't far behind with 41 of his own, and the Celtics took the win and the series.
The Celtics are going back to the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time.
Then, Boston got past the Pistons to secure their first NBA Finals trip since 1987 against the same legendary opponent, the LA Lakers. In Game 1 of the Finals, Pierce got injured in the third quarter after a drive from Kobe Bryant and was carried off the court in a wheelchair. The Celtics' title hopes seemed doomed without Pierce, but their best player returned a few minutes later, scored 15 points by the end of the third quarter, and won the game for the Celtics. This game is forever known as the wheelchair game, and to this day, Pierce has two versions of the story. One that he sprained his MCL, and the second that he just had to go to the bathroom for quick number 2.
I have a confession to make. Whoa. I just had to go to a bathroom.
In Game 4, the Celtics were down by 24 points in the second quarter, and it looked like the Lakers were going to tie the series, but Pierce demanded to guard Kobe for the rest of the game. And in the second half, Bryant shot just 6 of 15 from the field. The Celtics took a lead with around 4 minutes remaining that they would not relinquish, completing the biggest comeback in the NBA Finals since 1971. But the Lakers would win Game 5, despite 38 points from Pierce. And then, in Game 6, Boston gave the Lakers a 39-point smackdown to win title number 17 for the Celtics franchise. Pierce led the Celtics with 22 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists, and he deservedly won the Finals MVP, completely.
Now this I don't know. Now, chat, this I don't know. KG, bruh. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I was looking at Ray Allen splits that series, and now let me pull up Ray Allen splits from that series, bro, cause. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, God. Chat. First of all, KG 18 and 13. Efficiency definitely wasn't there, but being an 18-point per game scorer and the defensive anchor of one of the best defenses of all time, that shit got it. You know what I'm saying? Ray Allen? Averaging 20 points a game, 5 rebounds on 51, 52, 87. That shit does look crazy, though. I ain't gonna lie. I think Paul Pierce had the best all-around series in terms of volume and efficiency, even though Paul Pierce shot 43% from the field. Did he have the best? Definitely didn't have the best true shooting percentage. That shit definitely went to Ray, but, you know, I see it. Shout out to Doe, you know. Shout out to Rondo right there. 38% is crazy. But you see the all-around game. Yeah, man. I'm just saying, I personally would have gave it a KG, but it's cool.
Thrashing the perception of a loser. In 2009, Boston kept all their key players and continued to dominate the league. The Celtics were the heavy favorites to repeat, but toward the end of the season, they suffered a massive blow when KG injured his knee and got ruled out for the season. Without Garnett, Boston needed some extra heroics from Pierce, and he delivered. It's hard to even count all the clutch buckets he scored in an epic first-round matchup against the Bulls, leading Celtics to a 4-3 series win. However, in the second round, in another Game 7, Boston fell to Orlando, and their season was over. In 2010, Garnett came back, but it was clear that he wasn't the same player he was before the knee injury. Still, the Celtics easily got past the Heat, largely thanks to Pierce's buzzer beater in Game 3.
Pierce puts it up for the win. Knocks it
Tight
down.
shit.
Celtics win.
Then came the heavy favorite LeBron and the Cavs, where Paul decided to spend all his energy on defense to stop James, and the Celtics defeated the King again. In the Eastern Finals, Boston avenged the loss from the season before, defeating Orlando to reach another NBA Finals, again against the Lakers. The Finals was a very physical, old-school brawl type of series.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. And shout out to Dwight, because more recently, you know, we've been putting more respect on Dwight. But Dwight Howard really, like, from just a storyline perspective, really fucked us over, bro. I ain't gonna lie, we could have had a trilogy of Celtics-Lakers finals, or we could have seen LeBron versus Kobe. But nah, we just had to see the Orlando Magic and Dwight Howard versus Kobe Bryant and the Lakers, and Kobe smacked them. God, Dwight, come on, bro. You couldn't have done it in like 2011. Okay, maybe not 2011, because that was. You could have done it in like 07. You know, like Magic Spurs, that's your finals. You know? You could have done that, bro. Like, damn.
Where both teams struggled to score 100 points in a game. After 5 games, the Celtics had a 3-2 lead, but they had to play the last 2 games in Los Angeles, and they lost their best rebounder, Kendrick Perkins. While Boston fans hoped for a title immediately in Game 6, the Celtics got blown out by 22 points. However, in Game 7, the Celtics had a 13-point lead in the second half, and it seemed like Pierce would defeat Kobe once again. But thanks to Pau Gasol's big game and Ron Artest's clutch three-pointer, the Lakers came back and won the game in the final moments. In 2011, Miami's new big three dominantly
Nah, I ain't even. Ali, I see you, bro. Dwight's fault for the Celtics choking. Now, let's get to it, man. What was Philly doing during this time? Not like chat. That's the question of the day. What was Philly doing in 2008, 2009, 2010? Cause it's always Philly fans that be talking the most shit. Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. Yeah, 27 and 55. Yeah.
Sauls, you said 2 stars. The Lakers has a losing record and 1 star when they got LeBron 2018 to 2019.
Hold on, Andrew.
They got 2 stars and AD for the 2019 to 2020 season. They won 52 games in a shortened season and won the chip.
Hold on, Andrew. 41 and 41. Okay. 40 and 42. Can you get over 500? Is that too much to ask? Okay. Okay. We had what? What do you say? You had 3 stars and 1 ring. Who was your star? Right? Like who was your star? Chat. Where was his ring?
I guess we'll never know.
Come on, bro. Let's stop. Let's stop, bro. Let's stop. Let me get to Andrew super chat. Cause y'all keep playing. It'd be cool if it was a Lakers fan, but a Philly fan? Nah, I can't, bro. Your best player wants out of your town. Yeah. And motherfuckers claiming Iggy. All right, bro. Okay. That's how bad it is. Okay. Andrew says $20 sold. You said 2 stars. The Lakers had a losing record and 1 star when they got LeBron 2018, 2019. When they got 2 stars in AD for 2019-2020 season, they won 52 games in a shortened season and won the chip. Okay, if you guys want to say 2020, that's fine, okay? But all I'm saying is the year they would have turned around after making big moves would have been from 2017, 2018 when they had the baby Lakers to when they got LeBron fucking James, the best player in the world. That would have been a turnaround season. Now they fell short because of injuries, and that's fine. But let's not act like the turnaround also still wasn't as drastic between the 07 Celtics to the 08 Celtics compared to the 19 Lakers to the 20 Lakers. Like, let's stop it, bro. Let's stop. You know? Let's get back to the video. We don't got much left. Oh, shit. Where'd it go? Did I exit out? No. Okay.
Defeated the Celtics, and it seemed like KG, Ray, and Pierce's run was over. Until, in 2012, Boston bounced back, and Pierce hit a crucial three-pointer over LeBron James in Game 5 to take a 3-2 series lead. Except, LeBron went beast mode and scored 45 in Game 6 to extend the series, and then finished it off with a triple-double in Game 7. Next season, Ray Allen joined the Miami Heat. Rajon Rondo...
No, bro, fuck the video. Now I'm just talking shit to chat, bro. Shout out to Nonstop Sports, because Ali, I see you in chat, bro. Let's get down to the meat and potatoes. Iggy has a Finals MVP, something Jason will never get. Ali says facts. What about Joel? What about Joel's conference finals appearance? Yeah. Yeah. Come on, bro. Stop. All right, let me chill. Yeah, shout out to Nonstop though for the video. Going back to Paul Pierce, I'd say honestly, and I'm gonna get cooked for this, but this kind of proves my point. In my opinion, he is underrated. All right, there was a point in time where he was overrated. I will say that, but at this point in time, he's just viewed as that whack ass, NBA analyst that was mid in the 2000s. Was never an MVP candidate, and that's fine. But he was still one of the best scorers of that era. Got to give him some respect for essentially playing on the same team for the first 13, 14 years of his career. The bag was there. You know what I'm saying? Playmaking underrated. Defense was underrated. Post game was underrated. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Cold-blooded type shit. It's cool, though. It's cool.